Hey guys, welcome back. So today we'll be classifying triangles. Remember that a triangle is a polygon with three sides, and you are able to classify a triangle by the measures of their angles, which will be right here, or you can classify a triangle by the length of their sides, which will be here. Also, remember that the sum of the measures of the angles in your triangle will always be 180 degrees. So all of your angles inside your triangle, that has to equal 180 degrees. So for an example, let's say that if I have this triangle here, we'll label this angle here X, this will be Y, and this will be Z. So all of the angles inside your triangle has to equal 180 degrees. Another point to remember is that the angle of a straight line is also going to equal 180 degrees as well. So this is your straight line here, and if I had to measure these 2 points here, this also is going to equal 180 degrees as well. And if I were to complete this circle, I know that's a half a circle, so if I complete the bottom half of the circle, this down here is also going to equal 180 degrees as well. And if I combine my entire circle, that's going to equal 360 degrees. However, for a straight line, the angle is 180 degrees. If I complete the other half, that's another 180 degrees. And if I look at the entire circle, that's 360 degrees inside my circle. So let's look at this example here. So let's say we have a triangle, and let's say that all the angles inside my triangle were 60 degrees. So this is 60 degrees here, this is 60 degrees here, and this is also 60 degrees here. If all the angles inside my triangle are 60 degrees, then that means you have an equiangular triangle. And remember, inside, the total has to equal 180 degrees. So if I add all my angles inside here, my 60 plus my other 60 plus the other 60, that's going to equal 180 degrees as well. If you have a triangle where all your angles are less than 90 degrees, so in this example here, we have 50 degrees, 60 degrees, and then 70 degrees. So if you have a triangle where all your angles are less than 90 degrees, then this will be an example of an acute triangle. If you have a triangle where one of your angles is greater than 90 degrees, so in this example here, we notice that one of my angles is 110 degrees. If one of your angles is greater than 90 degrees, then this is going to be an obtuse triangle. And then if you have a triangle that has one right angle, then this is going to be your right triangle. So this is my right angle here, which measures 90 degrees. So this is going to be my right triangle. So let's look at this example here. I have two angles that are 71 degrees, and then I have one more angle that's 38 degrees. By looking at this example, is this acute, obtuse, or a right triangle? In this example here, this is an example of an acute triangle. So your answer here is going to be triangle ABC is acute. And remember, the point for an acute triangle is that all your angles have to be less than 90 degrees to make it an acute triangle. Let's look at this example here. In this example, I have one right angle. So in this example, my triangle is going to be a right triangle. So triangle XYZ is going to be right. Let's look at this example. I have 78 degrees, 57 degrees, and then 45 degrees. By looking at this example here, since all of my angles are less than 90 degrees, then I know that this triangle is an acute triangle. Let's look at this example. In this example here, this triangle, because I have one angle that is greater than 90 degrees, then this triangle is an example of an obtuse triangle. Let's look at this example here. Notice that all my angles here are 60 degrees. So since all my angles here are 60 degrees, this is an example of an equal angular triangle. And in some places you will see a acute triangle because technically all my angles here are less than 90 degrees. In some places, you may see it called an equilateral triangle. That's just referencing the sides. But for this video, we're just calling it an equal angular triangle because we're referencing the angles for this triangle. So keep that in mind. This example here is an acute triangle because all my angles are less than 90 degrees. Let's look at this example here. In this example, this is an example of an obtuse triangle because one of my angles here is greater than 90 degrees. So this here is obtuse. Let's look at this example here. Because I have 1 degree that is 90 degrees here, so this classifies as a right triangle because I have one angle that is 90 degrees. Let's look at this example here. Because all my angles are less than 90 degrees, this is an example of an acute triangle. So triangle DEF is acute. Let's look at this example here. Because I have one angle that is 90 degrees, my other angle is 15 degrees, and then my other angle here is 75 degrees, then this is an example of a right triangle. So triangle RST is a right triangle. What if we had an example like this? Notice here that one of my angles we already know is 90 degrees. So this angle here we know is 90 degrees. Then I have 56 degrees here. So based on just knowing these two angles, this angle here is unknown at the moment. But knowing that I have my 90-degree angle and my 56-degree angle, do you think this is acute, obtuse, or a right triangle? And based on this example, because I have a 90-degree angle already, this is an example of a right triangle. Let's look at this example here. I have 75, 75, and 30. Since all my angles here are less than 90 degrees, then this is an example of an acute triangle. Let's look at this example here. I have 122 degrees here, 25 degrees here, and this angle here is currently unknown. So based on this example here, is this going to be an obtuse triangle, a right triangle, or an acute triangle? And based on this example, this is going to be obtuse because I already have one angle that's more than 90 degrees, which is my angle here that's 122 degrees. So for this example, this is obtuse triangle. Let's look at these examples here. So let's say I have 180 degrees as an angle. Is this going to be obtuse, acute, right, or straight? And based on my 180 degrees here, this is going to be a straight angle. Next, 70 degrees, because it's less than 90 degrees, this is going to be acute. Next, 140 degrees, this is going to be obtuse because it's greater than 90 degrees. So we know if I had a triangle with 140 degrees, that would be obtuse. 17 degrees, this is going to be acute because this is less than 90. 86 degrees, this is acute because this is also less than 90. 74 degrees, this is also acute because this is less than 90 degrees. In 90 degrees, this is going to be a right angle because, remember, right angles have an angle that is exactly 90 degrees. 174 degrees, this is going to be obtuse. 168 degrees, also obtuse because these are greater than 90. 54.6 degrees, this is going to be acute because this is less than 90. 137.5 degrees, this is going to be obtuse, greater than 90, that's why. 4 degrees is acute. 89.9 degrees, this is also going to be acute because this is less than 90. And then 90.4 degrees, this is obtuse because it is greater than 90. All right, so that is all for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.